This is just a sample of the audiobook. To get the complete audiobook, access the link posted in the first comment.
Jewish life continues and thrives seem of far greater historical significance. For students of American religion, Judaism's ongoing fear of disappearing arouses little surprise. Faiths ranging from Armenian Christianity to Zoroastrianism have faced similar challenges in the American environment. In fact, the vast majority of America's approximately 1,600 religious and spiritual groups are substantially smaller than Judaism, and many of them have good reason to fear for their future. The experience of the Huguenots, members of the French Reformed Church, serves as an object lesson here. The Huguenots immigrated to America in larger numbers than Jews did in the colonial era, but they failed to maintain their distinctive faith and culture, and large numbers of their descendants intermarried. As a result, they had disappeared as an independent religious community by the beginning of the 19th century. Many other American faiths have likewise disappeared. Between 1890 and 1906, fully 13.8% of the groups listed in the U.S. Census of religious bodies went out of existence. Between 1916 and 1926, that rate jumped to 15.3%. Some of those religious bodies merged, others metamorphosed in one way or another, still others vanished completely. What does render American Judaism unique from the perspective of American religion is not its survival-related fears, which are commonplace and well-founded, but rather the fact that for the major part of American history, it has been the nation's largest and most visible non-Christian faith. Every Jew, every synagogue, every Jewish organization, periodical, and philanthropy has served as a conspicuous challenge to those who sought to define the nation, or its soul, in restrictively Christian terms. From their very first steps on American soil back in 1654, Jews extended the boundaries of American pluralism, serving as a model for other religious minorities, and in time, expanding the definition of American religious liberty so that they and other minorities might be included as equals. Giving them, the Jews, liberty, we cannot refuse the Lutherans and Papists, proclaimed New Amsterdam's colonial governor, Peter Stuyvesant. The decision to admit Jews forced the colony as a whole to become more religiously accepting. George Washington, in a famous letter in 1790, assured Jews that it is now no more that toleration is spoken of as if it were by the indulgence of one class of people that another enjoyed the exercise of their inherent natural rights. Echoing the fondest hopes of the Newport Jews who addressed him, he offered his personal guarantee that the government of the United States gives to bigotry no sanction, to persecution no assistance. Bigotry and persecution, of course, did not thereafter miraculously disappear. American Jews continued to have to fight for their religious rights well into the 20th century, and manifestations of anti-Jewish prejudice have continued to the present day. But important changes nevertheless took place. Slowly, America came to understand itself in broader and more inclusive religious terms that pushed beyond the perimeters of Christianity. Abraham Lincoln's memorable phrase in the Gettysburg Address, later incorporated into the Pledge of Allegiance, was this, "Nation under God." Thanks to the efforts of interfaith organizations active around World War II, terms like Judeo-Christian came into vogue. Will Herberg, in a best-selling book published in 1955, described a tripartite scheme of American religion: Protestant, Catholic, Jew. All of these terms signified Jews' newfound acceptance in the world of American religion, their emergence in less than 200 years from a curiosity into America's third faith. No longer were they grouped with exotic religions and non-believers, as in the well-known colonial-era phrase, Jews, Turks, and infidels. Instead, by the late 20th century, they emerged as acknowledged religious insiders. Emblematically, one of their number, Senator Joseph Lieberman, a practicing Orthodox Jew, received the Democratic Party's nomination in the year 2000 to be the Vice President of the United States. Only in America, Senator Lieberman declared upon being nominated. While something of an exaggeration, Jews have also attained high office in countries stretching from Austria